Okay, we need to talk about content marketing, I think, because there's so many people asking me about exactly this. They want to know, how can I write a blog, a weekly subject? Hopefully it's themed across the whole season. And they want to know, how can I make sure that blog carries through, my message goes through all my communications. And I see it sometimes a little bit like a sausage factory where you make new sausages from your blog. And that's the way we should do it, to be efficient and to have as much fun as possible with our content production. Once all that is organized and taken care of, you will just be ready to push out your value and your knowledge into the world. So that's what I would like to talk. And mostly this applies for people who might have fallen off the bandwagon a little bit. They're not as visible as they would like, and they maybe have taken a break. That could have different reasons. It could be that you've been inundated with clients, that you've been so busy work-wise with your business that you have not been able to do your weekly video, or even let alone YouTube video, blog, whatever it is you do. You haven't managed to do all that. It could also be that you've had a long vacation, you've looked after the kids, and you're struggling now to get back into that rhythm. Or just simply you've taken a break, you've just taken a time to reflect, and that's great as well. And it's necessary sometimes. But then whatever the reason is why you are not being there every day, delivering your value to the world, attracting people into your business, that needs to stop. Obviously, that time out that you've taken needs to stop. What do we do? There's a few things. What we know, we need to put ourselves back into the game, for sure. So I like to do the snap back into it in 90 seconds. There's no overthinking it, there's no perfectionism allowed and nothing like that. I just say to my private clients, I say, get back in there, get your schedule on, put yourself back in the game and just do it. So once you've made that simple decision for yourself, you just can sit down and go for it, really. So once you in case you've fallen off the bandwagon, go back. Once you're back at your desk, get out your scheduler and schedule in all your subjects and divide it across all your platforms and just break it down. And what I think with that is, break it down and don't eat the frog first. People like to say, oh, you should eat the frog first and do the most difficult thing in the beginning. No, of course not. Start with the easy things and then work yourself up the level and do the more difficult, challenging work, pieces of your work, parts of your day later. That works for me. And especially once you've broken through that barrier of not being in the game. So once you've chipped away at the little bit at the surface, you will be riding on that wave of momentum. And then that's where we need to then have that discipline every day. Come back, do it again, until you really get into an even more professional level where you're like, oh, I'm filming all this in a canned bit, or I'm writing all the blogs in one bit. I can't do that at the moment, but that could be something to aspire to, I guess. So the main thing is, whatever you do with your content, you need to really have a structure in place. There's two ways to get yourself back into that structure. You could just schedule it all in your diary, schedule, do it, schedule, do it. So that is a bit of a robotic thing. And sometimes some of my private clients, they really like more like a ritual or so. So I think, make yourself a ritual. So if you're not like that robotic type of person, just say, oh, I will train yourself as if you've trained yourself, like you've trained yourself when you brush your teeth every morning when you get up, after you get up. So just do the same thing. Get yourself your favorite drink, your beverage in, and say, okay, once I'm sitting there that day, that time, with that music even, or that needs props sometimes, these type of rituals. So get yourself, sit down, make it all right, and get that ritual started. And once you repeat it over and over again, you will be triggered. You set your own trigger and you will just do it. So that's my tip for the day today. And if you want to get organized together, of course, I've got a free scheduler content planner. So just download it in the link below. I'll just put it there, and I hope you like it.